My name is Charles St. James, ISSA certified fitness trainer, and I was asked a few times to explain a little bit about dieting and why a lot of the diets that individuals out there have tried have not worked in the past. The reason why is this: one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they diet is that they don't eat enough calories. I know that might sound strange that you don't eat enough calories, but I'll explain to you the reason why that's important. Your body seeks to maintain something called homeostasis. What homeostasis is a constant state. An example of homeostasis is this: when you go outside, or if you're exposed to a climate that's a little bit too cold, your body begins to shiver because it wants to maintain its 98.6 degrees, or about 98.6 degrees. Another example of homeostasis is that if your body is exposed to a climate that's a little bit too hot, it begins to sweat once again to try to cool itself off. It began to shiver to try to make some heat, but it'll begin to sweat in order to try to cool itself off, because your body wants to maintain everything that it has right now. Throughout the years of human history, there have been times of extreme famine when there hasn't been enough food to eat and things like that, and the body had to be able to adapt to such a situation. So now, how does homeostasis come into play when we consider dieting? If your body is used to eating right around 2,500 calories a day, and you all of a sudden shock it by taking your calorie count down to, let's say, 1,500 calories a day over a long period of time, your body is going to adjust to that, and it's going to slow its metabolism down. So, that being said, if you are used to eating 2,500 calories a day and your body resets that metabolism count down to 1,500 calories a day because you're not eating enough calories, it's going to become more and more difficult to lose body fat and to lose weight, depending on what your goal is. Some people want to lose weight to make that weight class for a fight they have coming up, or for a wrestling tournament or something like that. But by starving yourself, that's not the right way to do it right there. A better way to trim down and to lose fat more effectively is like this. If your body is used to eating right around 2,500 calories a day, by taking, let's break the week down into 7 days. Okay, now if you eat, let's say, right around 2,000 calories a day 5 times a week, and then you have 2 days a week where you ate just a little bit more, let's say right around 2,900 calories, you have 5 days a week where you went less than the total that your body is used to eating, and you had 2 days a week where you went above that total right there. By doing that, that's an effective way of tricking your body and not allowing itself to reset and go into that starvation mode, which will slow that metabolism down. Another important thing is this: if you're simply dieting and you're not exercising, when you lose weight, the weight that you lose is most likely going to be muscle. Now, that's important to consider because of this reason right here. Let's take somebody that weighs 100, or let's take somebody that weighs 200 pounds, and let's say this individual has 20% body fat. So that means approximately 40 pounds, or 40 pounds of his weight is body fat. Let's take that same individual saying that he wants to trim down, he wants to lose some weight. Let's say he just lost 10 pounds. Now he weighs 190 pounds. But if he lost 10 pounds of muscle and kept that 40 pounds of fat, then his body proportions are going to look a lot different. He's going to look like he's actually fatter than he was before, because what he lost was muscle rather than body fat. So when you're trimming down, it's important to look at it like it's important to focus on losing the body fat and not just the weight. You need to keep the muscles that you have, so for that reason there, you need to make sure that you're exercising. You're working your muscles, and you're also going and getting that effective cardio in order to burn that body fat. There's only one way to burn body fat effectively. Okay, effectively, I say. There's a few different ways to do it, but effectively for health and fitness. Okay, the way to do it is like this. The only way that you can lose fat effectively is through aerobic exercise. Okay, aerobic exercise. By aerobic exercise, you're burning off the fat that you have, and if you focus on just dieting, the weight that you lose is going to be most likely muscle. So by increasing the aerobic output that you have, adding in some resistance training, whether it be by lifting weights, doing resistant bands or something like that, even if it's push-ups and sit-ups. You have to maintain the muscle tone that you have in order to burn that body fat. So by adding effective dieting, minimizing your calorie count, not going too far, and adding in some type of resistance training, whether it be from weight training, doing push-ups and sit-ups, and adding in effective cardio. Effective cardio is that which that allows you to get a good sweat in, not overdoing them once again. You don't have to run the Boston Marathon or New York Marathon or anything like that. But by combining those three things together, doing it safely and effectively, you'll find that you'll lose the body fat that you want. You will keep the muscle that you have, and you will live a more active and healthy lifestyle. My name is Charles St. James, ISSA Certified Fitness Trainer.